On this episode of RC Kicks, we're speed building this, the new release from Tamiya, the Thunder Dragon. Well, when I say new, I mean new in the UK. Everyone else has had it for months. But hey, we'll skip over that. Also, over on the RC Kicks Patreon page, they've all been having a bit of a bet of what they think it's going to take me to build this. And between you and me, I think they were a bit optimistic. But hey, we'll crack on and see how fast it takes me to build it. So stay tuned. Right, the first thing we've got to do is lay everything out to make it as easy as possible for me to find the parts I need. That to make it as quick as possible to build. Now, join in, have a guess, comment below before you watch the video. How long do you think it's going to take me to totally finish building this? Right, let's crack on and get it done. We are all laid out, ready to go. We are now at 6 minutes 24, so we've just got to crack on page 4, number 2, which is building the rear diff. Right, the first thing you've got to do is upgrade to bearings. You're going to need 17 1150s and 4 850s. Now, it's great to see that the diffs are metal, but unfortunately I couldn't find any information about a ball diff upgrade. If you haven't already, head over to the RC Kicks Facebook group. It's a friendly bunch and there's almost 5,000 people talking about everything to do with RC. Now, when you go to close up the gearbox, the actual diff is just floating around in there. That's totally normal, don't worry about it.
Let's mount up.
So we're now on page 5, number 7, and we're 21 minutes in already. Now, the prop shaft you get in this is a bit coat hanger like, and it's definitely showing its age. I'm not sure if you can get any upgrades for it. The CNC motor mount is a lovely upgrade and the precision of it is beautiful. I'm surprised it didn't then address the A5 weakness at the front, but hey, that's Tamiya. Now, I fitted the standard silver can kit motor. Now I will upgrade it to something else, maybe a sports tuned or something along those lines. In an upcoming video I will blast it around the garden, so stay tuned. And that's the rear gearbox done. Super easy, no issues at all on that front. I can highly recommend this to anybody as a starter kit. Now this kit comes with fixed arms, but you can get hold of the Terra Scorcher, turnbuckles and upgrade it if you like. This kit comes with dog bones all round, but you can upgrade them to universal drive shafts if you want to splash some cash. This kit comes with a front anti-roll bar, but you can also pick up the rear if you want. The Terra Scorcher came with it, so if you scour eBay you might be able to find it. We've now made it to page 10, step 21. Time-wise, we're at 49 minutes and 50 seconds, and we've now done the whole rear and the whole front. So next we move on to building the shocks, and then we're going to bolt it to the chassis, and then we're getting close to putting the electronics in it. Let's keep going. Now this kit is a monoshock on the front, and obviously you can upgrade to the quad shocks if you want. Me personally, I like it, so I'm going to leave it alone. Now the standard shocks are perfectly acceptable for this kind of kit, but you can upgrade if you want to spend an insane amount of money. When you're doing your shocks, don't rush it. Leave them for about 15 to 20 minutes to let all the air escape from the oil before you do them up. With modern electronics, you have plenty of space inside the chassis, so placing your electronics is super easy. One thing I found with this kit is because you spend ages building up the front diff and the rear one, it doesn't look like a car until you pretty much bolt it together at the end. And there you go, that's the chassis fully built, all the electronics are in it, and it runs and drives. It took 1 hour 35 minutes to get to this stage. Now we need to turn our attentions to doing the body, getting the decals on, painting up the driver, and then hopefully we'll be finished. But I'm not sure if I will smoke the windows, we'll have to wait and see. But from a design point of view, doesn't it look like something very familiar? Was Tamiya well ahead of its time? Comment below, let me know. Right, let's crack on and get the body finished. Now the box art doesn't have that many decals, and obviously we skipped the whole cutting out and painting of the body, so that should shave off some time. Now there's many ways to fit decals. You can use the water and sponge technique, you can also use scissors or scalpel them out. Personally, I use a bit of everything depending on how complicated the decals are.
Come around.
One aspect that I think is going to slow me down is painting up the driver and the top chassis plate. Now I sprayed the head of the driver with primer, then I used spray paint, and then I cleared it with some lacquer. Now I'm not the best painter in the world, but I think I got away with it. And I think we'll call that project done. What do I think? Well, absolutely love it. It screams vintage Tamiya. It is very polarizing, but it's grown on me a lot after building it. I must admit, it looks so vintage Tamiya, very 80s like, very 80s, 90s with its primary colors. I think if you wanted to do one a bit more modern, I think if you left all the decals off, just blacked out the window and then lowered it and maybe changed the wheels, it would look really aggressive. Because I must admit, I did like it without all the decals on, but I wanted to do it box art, as well as I wanted to see how long it would take to actually build one of these up. Now the time, how long did it take? It took me 3 hours and 4 minutes and 46 seconds to fully build this up to a fully working, is it running? Fully working silver can. It's not going to set any world land speed records, but there we go. But I went through all the patrons and looked at their guesses, and someone guessed within 2 minutes. So I take my hat off to them, and that was Paul Robinson. What a guess. I'm blown away by that. Paul, I've rummaged through my RC giveaway stuff and I've got a little swag bag for you, and if you send me an email with your address, I will get it in the post to you. And thanks for supporting the channel, and to all other RC Kicks patrons who actually make this possible. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.